Good afternoon, students, and Jai Hind, and welcome to this new chapter to all. And the chapter which we are going to start is beginning of the Mughal periods, and particularly this chapter is dedicated for the Mughals history and for the Mughal emperors. Understand, or for their efforts how to make and how to create the images of the national ruler. Understand, or in different segments of the society. Understand, or the different segments of the society, we have to be the same. So students, before going to this history of the Mughal period, I would like to just a little bit focus on the a chronological or a dynasty, order of these Mughals. Understand? So now we know very well that the Mughals empire and the Mughal dynasty established, or it was set up, or in the 1526 after the battle of the Panipat. We know very well that the Babur, who belonged to the Fargana, now or where it was the a very hard life there. Understand, or he had no any scope for the extension of his boundary. Although the Babur now ascended on the throne in a very early age. Understand, or he wanted to extend his empire in the around the Fargana, but it was the too difficult because he had to with the face a very strong resistance. Understand, so the taking the taking the inspirations from the attack of the Tamur. Since the Babur belonged to the Tamur dynasty, he was the Tamurids. Understand, from his father's sides, and from his mother's sides, he was the fifth generation of the Genghis Khan. Understand, fifth generation of Genghis Khan from his mother's sides. Okay, he belonged to the fifth generation of the Genghis Khan. Understand? Or now here, students, one thing is that these terms Mughal. Now the Mughal term has been derived from the Mongols. Understand? And Mongols term we know very well that students in the nomadic empire in the class 11th you have studied that the Mongols are the now denoting what the barbarism, what the killings, violence, aggressions. Understand? Aggressions, massacre, carnage. Now these all terms are the very suited to the Mongols. Wherever they went, where they now made the carnage or the large scale massacred the people, say irrespective of the women, or the even not spared the children and the women, and like the cats and dogs, the peoples were now cut down. Understand? Cut off. So this kind of the Mongols had the great and the menace. They were the great menace for the entire Central Asia. Understand? And as well as we know that the Mongols now had created a threat in the 1221, and when the Iltutmish was just ruling to the India. Understand? Following the Mangbarni of the Khwarizm. Understand? He was now headed towards the India, escaping the Mongols great attack. But understand, so the Mongols did not try to cross the border, because respecting the border of the India, they did not enter into that. And these were the another political instances of that. Now we have to come here. Now in the during Babur now belong to the fifth generations of the Genghis Khan from the his mother sides, and from the father sides he belonged to the Tamurids. Understand? So the taking the advantage, taking the inspirations of the or the claim, a legitimate claim over the making attack upon the India, he took the inspiration from the Tamurlan. Understand? And he was the had depicted as a terror in the Central Asia, Tamurlan, who had attacked and sacked the Delhi. We know very well. and now or then and he now claimed over the Punjab, Afghanistan, and the Punjab area of the Punjab. Understand? Then the Babur, as he got a very tough task to expand his empire and territorial expansions in the Central Asia. Understand? Then he now advanced, and the first he wanted to the capture the Kabul. Understand? And Babur, who had written the Tujke Babri in the Turki language, understand? He had described that how he worked like a common and ordinary soldiers. Understand? Once there is a story he has written in Tujke Babri that in the caves there is a army only having the number of the 500 and deserted, and they went without the food for the days. Understand? And the Babur now became because of his hardship. Understand? He now wept bitterly, bitterly wept how to manage this army. Understand? And under this condition, one time it was said that Babur, along with his army, was under the residing in the caves, and the heavy snowfall was there. Understand? And then what happened? The Babur now, along with his Babur, his army, in the by the dawn of the day, his army now tried to scrap, began to scrap. Understand? The snow. Understand? Heavy snow, the waist deep snow was there, and so the Babur also like a ordinary person. Understand? Ordinary army. He also involved in that. Involved along with in the work along with his army. So now here said the Babur was a very brave man. Understand? It is said that now the now taking the two men either side of his soldiers, he could now ride upon the easily ride upon the hills. Understand? The so strong the Babur had the physically strong, and the moreover we know that Babur now targeted to attack upon the Afghanistan. Understand? The first of all he subdued the Afghanistan, and then after the advance towards the India. Understand? He wanted, his dream was to capture the India and the live forever. Ever he wanted to live and wanted to get rid of the deserts and the desert of the Faragana. Understand? And the scarce resources of Faragana, and wanted to the luxuriant life in the India. Understand? Wanted to set up his empire. Okay. So now the Babur got the letter, as the Babur said that he got the letter from the Rana Shanga. Understand? Rana Shanga and the Bahar Khan. Understand? Or the Bahar Khan Lodi and the other the dissidents of the Ibrahim Lodi, who was the ruling at Delhi. Understand? Really ruling in the Delhi, and he had the many novels against him. Ibrahim Lodi had the novels, and they were against him. So the one of the governor of the Punjab, who invited the Babur and promised Babur when he will come and attack on India. Understand? Then he will assist him. Now one thing, their speculation was that, or their perception was that Babur would come like the Tamerlane and other invaders, and after looting and sacking or defeating the Ibrahim Lodi, he will back to his pavilion. But it was not so. Babur had in his mind the Rana Sangha also thought this kind, also thought so that he would come and back. But ultimately Babur decided to come to the India. Understand? Or he now advanced and he mobilized his armies towards the Indian borders. First he subdued the Afghanistan, and then he advanced ahead towards the India, and then the Babur came, or in the battle of Panipat, where the 1 lakh army of the Ibrahim Lodi, or it is said that by the historians that only Babur had the 12,000 army, or in proportions to the 1 lakh army of the Ibrahim Lodi. It is said that the huge army, along with his army, Ibrahim Lodi now came into the ground of the Panipat. And other hand, the Babur had one thing positive points in the Babur had. Ki Babur now had the cannons, had brought the cannons and the gunpowder along with him. And understand that now the Babur, first of all, he lined up his army in a very strategic point. He was the well versed in the warfares. Understand? Warfares. And then he first of all got dug the ditches in the ground, and then after he got cut the branches and the trunks of the huge heavy trees there, and along with that those trees, understand, he tied his guns along with those trees, and now form a central area of the in the battlefield, understand, and where the guns and make the shapes and a very strong central position in battlefield. And then after he prepared the right wing and the left wing and central reserve force having the cannons. It was a set in the middle, and all the cannons were changed together, chained together. Understand? All were chained together, and the Humayun was also heading or leading the one side, one of the wing of the one of the wing of the army. Humayun was the eldest son of the Babur, who was the leading. Understand? Also leading along with his father. And now then after here as the war started, the Babur formed a kind of the a certain kind of the warfare that is called the Tulugma system. So in this Tulugma system, what happened? The central army was there, and Babur now advanced the left army and the right army, and he now remained the central army there, and the left army and the left and the right army now started the encircling the enemy's army from all rounds. Understand? Though very fast the two army they advanced and encircled, and from the back side they started the attacking from all sides. And whenever they tried to advance that, here the Babur now started the selling upon them. Understand? Selling upon them with the cannons and the gunpowders. A huge selling started and now under this in only a half day battle. Understand? The 1 lakh's army, it is said that was reduced to the defeat, reduced to the death. Understand? It is said that his entire army was retreated and the surrenders ultimately, and Babur got the victory there. And Babur extended on the throne at the Delhi, and the Agra came under the control of the Babur. Understand? And then after the another a great menace was that the Rana Shanga. Rana Shanga was very strong, and he was very prominent and the brave. Understand? Now it was very difficult for Babur. Babur now he blamed on the Rana Shanga. What the blame that he, according to the promise, although he had invited him by the writing the letter, but he did not help the Babur. And even the Punjab governor, he did not help the Babur. So claiming the first of all he Babur defeated the Punjabs, take the under his control, and then after he took the control the Rana Shanga. Understand? In the Rajasthan area, he tried to control the Rana Shanga, but the Rana Shanga about the Rana Shanga, the story of the bravery. The Babur's army had heard about that already. So the Babur army was just lost their patience, lost their spirit. Understand? So under these conditions, Babur's army could not advance against the Rana Shanga. But the Babur now chose the battlefield, the Khanwa. In the Khanwa field, battle of the Khanwa happened between them. But the Babur army was not advancing. So the Babur, it is said that Babur as a commander, he now just delivered a spirited speech among his army to raise their confidence there. A spirited speech now the Babur delivered there, and to raise the confidence among the army. And moreover, the Babur, it is said that Babur now took the oath and swear that he would not take take the wine from that, and he threw his cups and the cups of the wines, understand, on the ground, and then after he swore before his army. And moreover, the Babur now took the just a help of the jihad, and now he said that, you know, we don't want again the poverty, scarcity, and the distress of the Faragana. If you, now he said that, if you back and retreat and run away from the battlefield, understand, you all will go to the Jahannam, hell. If you now fight, understand, die fighting, you will be entitled in the name of the Prophet Muhammad, or in the name of the Islam, you would entitled to get the heaven and the Jannat. Understand? Now, under this spirit, the Babur now he aggravated and took the help of the jihad, a religious war that was like that. And what happened in the battlefield? The Babur now these battles happened, and the Khanwa battle of Khanwa, in which the Rana Shanga, a very unfortunately arrow struck him, or he fell on the back. So his army now run away after seeing his just a commander of all the Rana Shangas now got the defeat, understand? Or then after the Babur, also the certain parts of the Rajasthan came under his control. Then after the Babur, came to the another battle with the Chanderi, Midna Rai of the Chanderi. So that he got the just a fought in 1528 between the Babur and his army. Okay, Medini Rai army got, and he also captured the Chanderi. In this way, but unfortunately, students, the Babur died in the 1530 also. It is said that he was the Humayun, he was the very beloved son, understand, or who now fell very seriously ill, understand, or the Babur now he's just pray to the God and pray to the Allah that take my life and give the lives to my son, understand. And what happened, it is said that charismatic changes happened from that day. The of Humayun became the recovered. Humayun now grew, recovering day by day, and the Babur now just declined, or the declined day by day because of that. Just after that, so the Babur died in the 1530. Okay, or after the death of the Babur, understand, the Humayun now ascended. So the Babur had the one problem. Understand, one problem of that. Before the death, understand, he had divided his empire. Understand, and now we know that his sovereignty, if the sovereignty is now divided, then that states becomes the very weak. Now, in that the Babur had the four sons. Understand, Humayun, Kamran, Hindal, or Askari. Understand, four sons, Hindal and Askari. The first, Kamran was given the portion of Kabul and Kandahar. Understand, that was the deserted portions, and the Delhi and the Agra and around area, very fertile area, was given to the Humayun, and the Gujarat parts was given to the Askari, and then the Askari or Hindal was given to Bengal's sides area, was given to the Hindal. Understand? In this way, the empire was divided, and that was one of the weaknesses that the Babur had did, and that a wrong was that only the empire should be given in the one hands. That should be, if the divided, that empire should be the weakened, and this happens. And there was moreover with the Humayun was just a very drunkard man, or dipped into the luxury always. Understand? Although he was a very great general, a very great a general, but there were certain weaknesses in his characters or and the in his habits also. Understand the what the those habits and characters now just reflect and resulted into his failures, and he always does sultan and the crown, always he tumbled whole the life on the road. Understand, whole life he could not enjoy because of his weaknesses, could not enjoy the luxury of his empires. Understand, because he had the certain weaknesses, or moreover, one it is said that Askari was who was in Gujarat. He was the very much envied with his. He had the no relations. Here I am talking about the relations of the Himayu with his other brothers, with the Kamran, with the Askari or the Hindal. Understand? Relation was very bad. Understand? Very strained relation they had. One thing that Kamran was never happy with or never satisfied with the Humayun, because he was jealous of Humayun that Humayun is holding a very fertile lands that the Kamran wanted. This Delhi and the Agra area he wanted, and the moreover where is that in Askari? Askari was invited that he's a now the he's a guru, understand, or the her his daughter, understand, was a very teeny age, understand, very little age, had been the 15 or the 16, and Humayun was of the 35, and now he proposed the and the fallen, and he proposed the marriage with that Askari's guru daughters, but the Askari was very admired of that, but ultimately the Hamida Banu Begum, understand, she was persuaded by the royal ladies, and ultimately he got marriage with her, understand. And now moreover, here the Babar Humayun was just encircled with the problems. Here we know one thing here, that a unalarming power was emerging in the Afghan power, Sher Shah Suri. He was when he was now intended to capture the throne of Hindustan, throne of Hindustan. So here in the Rohtas fort, he was now amassing his power and training his army. Although in earlier he was in the service of the Babur's army. Sher Shah was in the when he fled from the his houses in early life. Understand? He joined the Babur's army. Understand? And where in the Kashmir, one there is an incident that when the Babur and Humayun were sitting there. Understand? They were the sitting, and the Sher Shah Suri as an army was there at some distance, and he was cutting and the fishing the apples with the sword. Understand? Now after looking at this, the Babur alarmed, and Babur now made the conscious and the alarm to the Humayun to be aware of this man. Understand? This man seems to be the very aspirants, and the very aspirants be always aware of that, and that things proved to be the very true. The Sher Shah Suri, understand, now he organized, and his eyes were now he was waiting for the empire, throne of the Hindustan and the Delhi. What happened? One opportunity he got. What the opportunity? Now one in Bengal, a revolt occurred there. So the Humayun with his army marched along with his army to capture the Bengal. Understand? And when he went there, then after he made the huge campaign, and then he defeated his enemies there, and now restored the peace in the Bengal. And in that, in occasion of that, okay, he began to celebrate, and he should be the soon back to the immediately back to the Delhi, but he didn't do so, and he now stayed there and spent his life there, and for the months he celebrated. Understand? And it was the now the rainy season was to be the begin. Understand? Or he dipped into the enjoyment or the luxury and celebrated the victory. Began to celebrate it, and now he was unaware that one of the strong enemy was knocking his door and lying dormant. Understand? And the waiting for his backing towards the Delhi, and he was the Sher Shah in the field of the Chausa near Buxar. He was the waiting for the Humayun. As the Humayun now ordered his army to march towards the Delhi, now all of a sudden when his army reached the Buxar and the Chausa, understand, the where all of a sudden and already the Sher Shah Suri has organized and lined up his army. Understand? And he compelled him to for the battle there. And what happened? That this plane was the just like that, sloping on the heading or the upper area. He kept his army, and he forced the Humayun to just set his army and go through the lower area. And as a result, what happened? The heavy rainfalls happened in the at the midnight, and where his tent and his army now began to face the flood-like situations there. And as a result, and he forced them in the battle of the Chausa, where he defeated the anyhow he had to face the Sher Shah. Sher Shah defeated him, and the Sher Shah hardly escaped his life. Humayun escaped his life. To save his life, he jumped into the Ganga, where he was the saved by a Bhisti. Understand? Who saved him from there. Understand? So in that memory, when again the Humayun came on the throne, so for one day that Bhisti has been the declared as the king emperor of India. Understand? As a reward, he was given given as a reward. Okay, he was the one day he ruled over the India. Okay, so now then the Humayun anyhow he came. After that, the in another battles, understand, in Chausa, in another Dharmat, battle of Dharmat, again he was defeated. Again he just forward, understand, he was again defeated, or ultimately Humayun had no way, understand, to escape. He did not get the help from neither from Hindal nor from Askari. Understand? Not the Kamran was one of the enemy, and he wanted to kill the Humayun and take the empire. His brother. What happened in this under these circumstances? He took the shelter in the Rajasthan. A Rajput ruler, understand, gave the shelter to him, where in which in which palace the understand in which palace the Akbar born there, in the a Hindu palace, under a Hindu palace, where the Humayun was taking the shelter, but ultimately with the some of the strain, the Humayun had to be the leave the Rajasthan, and then he decided ultimately to go to the Persia, but to take the help from the Safavids. He wanted to help from the Safavids, ruler of the Persia, against the Sher Shah Suri, and against the he wanted to recapture by the asking the help. And in the when he marched towards the he was on the march towards the Persia. What happened on the way? Now all of a sudden Kamran attack on the Humayun, and Humayun just Sher Shah Humayun or just Humayun became the upset and puzzled out by attacks. Now in the hurry he not took off the Hamida Banu Begum along with his on his horse, and then after fled very fastly or the escaped from there. But what happened? The Akbar, who was of the 2 years old, understand, he was captured by the Kamran, his uncle's captured, and then after he was brought to the fort of Kabul, understand, Kabul forts, where he was kept there. Okay, it was the questions among question before the Humayun, how to regain his empire, how to punish the Kamran, and how to now regate the Akbar. This was the great and the big questions. He was very much anxious of that. So now he went to the Persia, where at the cost of the now conversion, he conversion there in the Shia. Although they were the Sunni Muslims, but he converted himself in the Shia. Understand? The Persians were the Shia Muslims. So he got the help. The Persians helped him. Understand? Or he now again came to the back to the first of all he attacked with the help of Persians ruler. He attacked on the Kabul. Understand? Fort of the Kabul. And as it is said that in the battlefield, he now resorted or started allowed the firing, selling upon the forts. But as the forts was just giving up or the surrender, what happened? The Kamran now, the Kamran forced the Maham Anga, understand? She was the caretaker of the Akbar, understand? Now she was forced to taking the Akbar in her lap, understand? And she was forced to sit on the fort's wall along with the in front, fronting, keeping in front the Akbar. Little boy Akbar was put on the just kept on the front. Understand? At the Humayun recognized or the perceived that he was the Akbar, then he stopped the selling. So the he escaped, Kamran on the day escaped, understand, or the saved his force by these tricks, adopting the trick. And then after that, again in the midnight, the Humayun now entered from the back doors, anyhow in the back door into the forts. And where now he caught and got the victory over the forts by a fighting, and then after he caught the Kamran, and Kamran was now imprisoned, and where he was the blinded. Understand? And again the Humayun got his son Akbar. Understand? And then after he marched towards the India to recapture the throne of the Delhi. Understand? Okay, students, today this much. Later on we shall